peeps? It's your girl Dash, come back to Real Takes. Well, so tell me guys, it's Horror Short Time, and this one is through Alter. This one is titled Diabla. Hoping I'm saying it correctly. So with that said, let's go and jump into it. See the rest of my thoughts and then you guys.
Apúrale una hielilla, hambre.
¿Por qué te tardaste tanto, La gente ya casi se fue. Ay, no pasaba el micro y me vine caminando. Ven, llévate esto que el caldo ya casi está hirviendo.
¿Quién es el gringo que está con Uriel?
¿Ese? Es el primo Ryan. Ay, ¿a poco te acuerdas de él?
Uy, sí. Pero estaba rete chiquito cuando se fue para el gabacho.
Ay, ya está re alto, velo. Es un cabrón. Lo de ahí anda diciendo por ahí que se cree mucho que porque ya es gringo y que la chingada. ¿A poco no, Nayeli? Diles. El otro día estaba diciendo que su novia que es güerita y quiere ir en San Diego y quién sabe cuánto más. Ay, no sé. Que de veras que me cae de gordo.
El drink de tu teen in district suena classic. Yo sueno free y disfruto Sim City. Cuando me encuentro en crisis no hay catarsis que me alcanza y el mix se derrite cuando me monto. The fuck, Nayeli. Me espantaste, pendeja. ¿Qué quieres?
¿Qué haces?
Mira, estos son unos Clay. Y estos son unos fucking Gucci, baby. Son de veras.
A ver.
Espérate. Hay que ver cómo se te ven. Siéntate.
Ya me los pongo.
What is he doing? Are you serious, bro? Really? Oh, wow. Poor girl.
qué estabas? Estaba buscando a mi mamá.
Ryan me lastimó.
¿Allá en qué?
Ryan me lastimó.
Pinche Nayeli. No seas chismosa.
Really? She's a liar. That's really.
Soy ninguna chismosa. Estoy diciendo que me lastimó.
Órale, limpia eso.
I won't clean up nothing.
Límpialo, chingado.
She's better than me, because ain't no way.
¿Qué te gusta la putita?
Really? That's what you get from that fool? Of course he would believe him, sitting up there smoking and drinking with his ass.
Ay, no, por favor. Ay, que sí te vengo diciendo. Ay, ya. No, pero ¿qué tal? A ver cómo me veo. ¿Qué tal? Ay, ya sé. Ay, préstamelos. Préstamelos, hombre.
Nosotras somos como Kennedy. Pero los hombres que han abusado de nosotros no saben de lo que somos capaces. Somos su maldición. Tranquila. Deja que se manifieste en ti.
¡Eri! comida. Hasta luego. ¡Ayeli! ¡Ayeli!
Aquí estoy. Nomás en un ratito.
¿Qué le digo a mi jefa?
Tarde. Que les aproveche.
Ayan, esas mamón. ¿Qué así que hicieron la comida en el gabacho? Me va a hacer daño, cabrón. Come bien, no sé.
Yeah, we never had a damn meal.
Vas ahogando, man. ¿Qué pedo? ¡Ayan! ¡Ayan! ¡Ya, güey! ¿Qué pedo? ¡No puedo hacer nada solo! ¿Qué le hiciste? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo?
Vas a tener que ayudarme, mamá.
Oh, wow. Alright, you guys, I really enjoyed this horror short. First, shout out to the director, Ashley George. This one was amazing. I will say there's a lot going on in this one, in the instance that we get introduced to a young lady by the name of Nayeli. I hope I'm saying the names correctly. And just kind of running around, taking care of some errands and all, I think, for her mother. And it looks like she's probably running a little late. When she gets back, they're like wondering where she's at. She, waiting for some food. And I think one of them is her brother, Uriel. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. And it looks like, when they're talking, her telling her where to take the stuff up to put in the broth, whatever. And they said, who's that, gentleman right there? And I think his name is Ryan. Saying that one correctly as well. And just kind of showing off whatever and all that, talking about, what he's doing, where he's from, and all that, coming back to visit, because it looks like they're in Mexico City. And she kind of, listening all that, whatever, but then eventually she does, look up whatever and all that. It looks like he must be somebody from the family, a cousin of some sort. So in the instance, of course she goes up and she cooks and all that, and she sees, kind of hears him, having a little, little something, something, and then it starts, doing a little verse, and then she's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I got this, whatever, this, that, and the other. Then he shows off some glasses, this pair's of Gucci, whatever, and she's like, let me see, I'll put them on, whatever, sitting on the bed, not thinking nothing of it. And then this is when it totally takes a bad turn, where he ends up taking advantage, pinned her down, telling her to stay still, just full out assault on her, and she's just kind of left stunned, just sitting there on the bed, doesn't know what to do. She does go out eventually, and she whispers and confides in her brother, like, he took advantage of you, maybe you wanted whatever. No, I'm thinking she's lying at first, which it was such a disgust. You're her brother. Why? Like, really? It should be no question, but that's a whole nother, conversation in itself. But then eventually he's like, sure, maybe you wanted a little whore. I'm like, really? This is how you're talking to your sister? He goes and he looks at him, whatever. Now he over there getting his little smoke, hanging with the girls, whatever. Unbeknownst to him, eventually she goes to a clinic and she meets a nurse. And nurse is like, you'll be fine. It's okay. She's going to help her get revenge. Just know you'll be fine. She's kind of, listening to her, but probably doesn't know what to do, what to take, because at first she's thinking, oh my God, could I caught something? Could I be pregnant? Don't know how much time has really gone on that past for her to think that, but it is what it said. Once the woman said she was going to help her, you see she eventually meets up with the woman, with the nurse, and you see what looks like to be a whole bunch of women, like a coven of some sorts, and a ritual has taken place. And I do recall her saying a comment like, say still it's manifesting within her, and you can see her eyes kind of get even larger, and that's when you see some of the from the content of this one, because it said content warning, some blood kind of tracing down her leg. And from the incense, she sets up a nice little dinner for her brother and her cousin. They come back. At first, she's not anywhere to be seen, and they're like, "Oh, she made some food," and eventually, she kind of plays it off like she's just getting back. Oh, where's Mama? She's running. She's going to be a little late. One thing, Lorraine, you did notice is that all of a sudden he's eating, and at first I'm just eating because he's mad hungry, like it must be good. So I'm like, act like you've never had a meal. But then there's more to it. Like he's compulsively eating whatever and all, and of course Uriel's looking at him like, okay, what's going on? Whatever. Like, bro, slow down. Then eventually she, blows some stuff into his eyes, whatever, to the point where he can't look away. He can't unsee. His eyes are open and they're staying open, and he has to be subjected, which he so deserves. I do not feel sorry for him in this instance, watching what's happening to his cousin for what he has done. And at first I wasn't sure, but then I said, okay, I caught on, and you see her holding something like some scissors and all that, and oh yes, the thing you probably love the most has been taken from you. And when you see the scene of him, of course, going about his day-to-day, whatever, because he lives, and he's, shades, this is this, turn around, go somewhere kind of near, a vehicle with it all, to act like he has to pee, and you look down, there's nothing there. It's like some little bit of a hole, whatever, and he's just, peeing, whatever, but you can see the look of just, sheer, despair, sadness on his face, what has happened to him. Which did not have to happen at all if you kept your hands and your body to yourself. You have a girlfriend that you talk about from San Diego who's, was a blonde, he's putting these little stories out, telling all these type of stories, probably all lies. Yeah. And that just gives you a more of a story in an instance of certain things like this, the horror of what can happen, if certain individuals, this, they can say it's make-believe, however you want to put it, but you never know when you're dealing with certain people, whatever, if they decide to get revenge, what they will do. That's why it's like, it's best to just stay to yourself, don't bother people, don't force yourself on another person, because you don't know what's going to happen in the end. And this is where the lesson he gets. Now, every time he goes to the bathroom, every time he sees himself when he's clothed, whatever, showered and all that, you're going to remember why you're in a position. Why you look down and there's nothing there. A situation you caused yourself. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for him, so, I know some people probably look at this like, oh, God, oh, heck no, heck no, nothing. Just don't do anything. You don't have to worry about, oh, heck no, anything happened. Oh, I don't want this to happen to you. Just don't do it. So you can alleviate all this from ever happening to you or somebody doing something along these lines. So, yes, horror short, yeah. Let the horror of that instance be embedded in your mind. So, again, shout out to the director, Ashley George. I love the casting, definitely, of the young lady called Diabla. Did an amazing job. All the emotions, she just, brought this home. So, with that said, you guys, comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next horror short. You guys take care.